Welcome to Oaken Bros, everybody.
Happy post Super Bowl Monday, y'all.
Bro, you're looking a little blurry. Put your hand up to your camera and then come back. I think that's better.
That's better, right? And I'm not as yellow as I was, right?
No.
Am I yellow?
Do you have yellow fever?
Do I have yellow fever? Look at this. Look.
Oh,
We did it!
Ready.
No, that's not the song.
Is it?
No, the song is We Ain't Going Nowhere. We Can't Be Stopped Now.
Brady wasn't. That was like.
I don't talk about Brady. I'm talking about the Bucks, bro. Sharon says, hello. Hello, Sharon. Sharon, do I look yellow? Eric said I look yellow.
No, it seemed to have corrected itself.
It corrected itself? All right, that's good. But yeah, just I don't want to make it like a Super Bowl Monday morning, like, you know, Stugatz podcast.
What I want to know is I want to talk about the Super Bowl, make it about me. So
right.
I went outside in the snow yesterday for 20, 30 minutes, and I was exhausted afterwards.
Right.
How are these people? You see when they go in slow motion, and you're like, oh, that didn't look like that bad of a fall, and then they go in slow motion, and like their head, like, it's like
Patrick Mahomes was in the last play of the game. Patrick Mahomes' neck was like this. It was like bent at like an odd angle. And first of all, so I have some feed on my I have some comments on my feed. What's up, motherfuckers? Don't want to hear about the Bucks. Guess who that's from?
Our good friend
Chaz. Tampa Brady. Chaz, you're going to hear about the Bucks just a little bit. Hey, Hallie, we're not going to keep the whole show on it, but yeah. And Neil Salter said, "How did you become a Buck fan?" I was in college, and like I was kind of raised sports wise. Our parents were not sports people. Phyllis and David
they like to gamble and eat.
They like to gamble and eat, so that's how we were raised. We were raised on Vegas and like good food, which is, we weren't complaining about it. And like we had tickets to like the Knicks one year, season tickets for the Knicks when they went to the championship.
By Hallie.
And then when the Knicks lost the championship, our father said he will never get season tickets to a game ever again. But our parents were never big into sports, but Eric and I always used to play Madden on what was like Super Nintendo and everything. We used to play Tecmo and I was always like the Dolphins or the Jets, right? Like kind of keep it like New York and Florida. And I was in college and I was playing against someone, we were playing Madden, and somebody was like, the Jets or the Patriots, something, I don't even remember. And I was scrolling through teams. I'm like, oh, I'll choose a new team. And like I scrolled past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo and I said, that's a really cool logo. This was in 1998. And I chose the Bucks, and I was like playing as Mike Allstott as the running back, the fullback. And I was like, and it was like Warwick Dunn was the running back. And I started playing as them, and Brad Johnson was the QB. Keyshawn Johnson came from the Jets down to Tampa.
I wonder what all those guys are doing now.
I'll tell you. Keyshawn has his own podcast on ESPN. The Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin show, and it's a great podcast. I started playing as the Bucks, and then I started watching their games as the I started playing their games as the on Madden, and then I started watching their games, and I just became addicted, and I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I also think there was a Las Vegas Treasure Island connection.
And yes, I loved Treasure Island, and there was definitely a Las Vegas connection. Chaz said that's how that's the way girls pick teams, by their pretty logos. So, but yes, that's a truth. So I've been a Tampa Bay fan for 20 plus years, and I've watched every single snap. And when Gruden came on,
I missed the Matthew McConaughey.
It was great. Commercial. It was great. The best commercial though was the Alexa commercial with Michael B. Jordan. Did you see that?
That was amazing.
Brilliant. That was so funny.
Like, why did he take off his shirt when it went dark?
Take off. It's lower the lights. He takes off his shirt, and the husband's like, "No, put the lights back on." That was so funny, man. That was a great commercial.
Yeah,
I loved. Sharon says it's from the snow. There's like a bad glare outside.
So shut your window.
No, it was shut. Now
shut your shade. It's fine.
Shut. Now I'm yellow again. But yeah, no, that was a great Super Bowl yesterday. Alexa, hands down. That was the best commercial. The rest of the commercials, I got to tell you, this year I was not impressed with.
That's hard.
What?
It's hard to come out with something that's never been done.
Yeah. No, but the Michael B. Jordan as Alexa was just genius.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of
It was
fun.
so funny.
So we got a question here, and I'll post it because maybe he'll be able to expand on it a little bit more. But Beeswax Minder said, "How does anyone work out the price reward of getting assistance from various entities? They surely must want some quid pro quo." I mean,
I don't even know.
I don't understand.
I don't know what that means even.
Yeah, if you could explain further, if you're here, because he posted this like a half an hour ago, or she posted this a half an hour ago. Explain yourself a little bit more.
Eric, I have some more comments on mine. Bob Levine says, "Thank God the weekend is over," and he put "weekend" in quotes. And then Chad said the halftime show was boring. My wife and my daughter and my son, we all watched the game, and we hated the
I
weekend.
will say I like The Weeknd. I like his music. I won't own any of his albums, but if I listen to if I tell Alexa to go play something and they play like the pop station, I like his music. However, The Weeknd had the charisma of a cat,
House cat.
of a house cat. The Weeknd had the charisma of a house cat, and like Bruno Mars, in my opinion, was 1,000 times better.
Dude, Gaga. I mean, like, I don't really own.
Just like dance or something, dude. Don't just like, like I don't know what he was doing. He was just like
I
want to be entertained.
I thought the first 3 quarters of his show were absolutely abysmal, and I was getting really dizzy when he was in that like glass fun house.
It's Weekend. There's no E in end, by the way, Bob.
Yeah, and then when he took the field and he sang that TikTok song, "I'm blinded by the light," or "I can see the light." I don't even know what it is because I've never listened to a Weeknd song in full yet. I haven't listened to the full 4 minutes. I thought that was kind of cool, but that last thing when he took over the stadium. But man, I posted something on Facebook in the middle of the show. I'm like, why is everyone, the Weeknd's dancers are all have jock straps on their face? That was a really bad choice to have dancers with jock straps on their face.
I don't think he was charismatic at all, but I do enjoy his music. I think he, his songs, but I mean, honestly, like, was it super appropriate to like, "I can't feel my face with I'm with you"? Like,
every song is about
doing
cocaine.
That song's about doing coke,
right?
Like, you want to know what be your Super Bowl song?
You want to know what was really funny too, Eric? What they made a comment that like half the people in the stadium were healthcare workers, but they're trying to stop the spread of COVID. The frontline workers were money. What's up, Patty? Since the days of
it's a long time.
It's a long time. We're doing well. I really enjoyed that Super Bowl. It was fun to watch Brady win with the Bucks.
That's right.
Simply because I'm a big Bucks fan, contrary to what people say.
It's not true. You're not a Bucks fan.
No, I'm not. I just started watching the Bucks 2 weeks ago.
Michael's a fair weather. I'm actually
Eric. You're the most
I'm a fair weather sports team guy.
Yeah, but last
year I like playing with the winner.
Last year we were rooting for the Chiefs to win. Last year I wanted Mahomes to win. It was a great Super Bowl last year.
The face mask thing was the sport not drinking and driving. How?
I have no idea. Actually, no, the face mask thing that the Weeknd's people wearing were his surgery. It was his plastic surgery face masks. Bob Levine says it was nice to know live entertainment workers were working without regard to the terrible performance. Sure.
Yeah,
sure. So one thing Tom Brady and I have in common right now, you want to hear this? We're both 43.
You're 43?
I'm going to be 43 in May, yeah.
I thought you were 42. You're confusing me.
Well, I'm going to be 43, but we're born the same year.
What's up, Srimanta?
Ami Tomaki Valabos. I could be cursing right now. We're putting a hex on us. I don't know what that means, but But thank you for. Can someone translate that? Eric, you want Google Translate that real quick? It's going to be like,
no, it's fine.
Look at these two demonic forces.
No, it's fine. So my post on TikTok hit 2 million views.
Jesus Christ.
It's unbelievable. And now my other posts are starting to get some legs.
Good.
So that's super exciting for me. I got that going for me, which is nice.
Jason Taylor says, congrats to your Bucks. You can't believe the heat that people throw on you on social media if you like a team.
How dare you?
They were vicious. A lot of people were vicious. They're like, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about type deal. Okay.
She says translate in Google. All right, let me translate.
Yeah. You two are awful at your day job. You two have no charisma. I'm really curious to know what this means.
Let me see.
Can you just copy and paste it?
No. I love you.
Oh, well, we
Thank
love
you.
you. Thank you.
Very
Thank you
nice.
so much. That was very sweet. We have fans in, it looked like India, right?
Bangladesh.
Wow.
Hmm.
The Oaken Bros are far and wide.
Prestige worldwide.
Prestige worldwide. When do you think it's appropriate for my 13-year-old son to watch Step Brothers? Because John C. Riley hits the neighbor real quick in the bathroom. She's like, "Stay golden, pretty boy." She walks away. When do you think
That movie was from?
that was from Step Brothers?
Yeah.
When do you think it's appropriate for he's going to be 13?
I mean, the political thing to say is whenever somebody can watch a rated R movie.
Right.
I would
He's
say
seen R-rated movies.
yeah, I mean, you can try it if it goes over his head. I don't know.
Right.
It was a funny movie.
Great movie. That's a movie that you own.
Did we just become best friends?
We went on a sales call with someone. We met with a sports team. I won't reveal who it is, and we started talking to them. What's up, Sin?
We're gonna be on Sin's show.
Yes, a couple weeks, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Eric and I were talking to these two guys, and they were the head of VIP services for a sports team in New York, and we were just talking, and it was like, you like golf? I like golf. And it's like, have you played this course? I've played this course. And it's like, you like bourbon? We like bourbon. Then we start, and we said something that was so obscure. And he's like, do we just become best friends? Like that's like a call between bros, right?
Yeah, there are a few movies that do that in your life.
Step Brothers is the modern day Caddyshack.
Yeah.
I
gotta watch
think
that
so.
again.
Anchorman, Step Brothers, those movies are just classics.
Yeah. So what do we got here? Patty's a bike fella. He watched the Indy 3 in real time Supercross and the US Outdoor Nationals MX. Very cool.
There was a game on Nintendo called Excite Bike. Eric, do you remember Excite Bike?
Of course I do.
Do you remember creating your own courses in Excite Bike? You don't
You
remember that? There was a
I remember playing it.
creative mode.
Yeah.
It was like,
yes, I do.
You remember that, right? With the ramp?
Remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest thing I get to BMX biking. I don't know anything else except that.
I had friends in high school that did BMX biking.
That kid Bobby was really good at BMX biking, right?
I mean, all things considered. I mean, he was never pro or anything, but he did it. He would go into the woods. No, he would go into the woods and he would build mountains out of dirt.
Yeah.
And run it over and over and over again.
Yeah. I'm not that like cool. I wish I was.
I've said this before, we're not born athletes in this family.
Jesse says Excite Bike was awesome. You know what I bought my kids because they asked for it? Kayla asked for it, out of all people. She wanted a skateboard.
Zachary is he's way more athletic than I am, and I would venture to say he's one of the most athletic members of the family, probably besides our cousin Matthew. Anything on wheels, he rides no problem. Skateboard, within 20 minutes he was skateboarding. Within an hour he was rollerblading, and that was when he was 5.
What happened yesterday with sledding? Tell everyone.
Yeah, I mean, he went sledding. Michael has a decent sized hill in his backyard.
This thing goes. We have a diamond slope and we have a bunny slope, and this thing goes.
He has a decent sized hill. My daughter, she's the cautious one. She's very trepidatious, and she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna just go build a snowman. We're like, go. Zach went running. First time ever sledding, went running, knew exactly what to do, dove headfirst with his sled like he's been doing it 100 years.
Right. He's so not you or me.
No. I mean, I rollerbladed. I never learned how to.
You were never scared of that.
No, I never learned how to skateboard.
I never figured it out. Skateboarding to me was a lot of fun. And then, because I wanted to be Marty McFly and Tony Hawk. Like, there was no other reason to skateboard other than you want to be those two guys, but I wasn't very good at it. I'll never forget this I still have the skateboard, but I want, when Marty McFly would do a pop a wheel, the sparks would fly. So Dad took nails and tacks, and I still have it. It's still on my board. And he put the nails and the tacks underneath it, and he has it on some video in one of our Patricia Lane videos. And I was going this little, 8-year-old kid, and I skidded. I don't remember if sparks flew, but I left a mark, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, did you see that?"
Yeah,
But
it's nice.
my kids are doing the skateboarding, and it's harder than I remembered. It's a thing you have to relearn.
Elf the movie is a gateway movie to enjoying such movies as Step Brothers.
We watched Elf on Christmas this year, and my
Oh,
kids loved it.
it's hilarious.
It's Jon Favreau,
Of
Eric.
course it is.
You know,
He
he had 2 bombs, and the rest were classics, not good movies, classics. He had 2 bombs.
What bombs did he
Zarathustra, okay? It was based on a book, and Aliens and Cowboys and Aliens, which was
Made, I don't think was that great of a movie. However, I wouldn't mind seeing it now.
I started watching Made again, and it was just trying to, like, reinvent swingers,
Right.
which, by the way, I've watched again, and it holds up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that defined your youth.
1996 to 1999 was swingers.
Sunny every day here.
Sunny every day, and we still you can't believe how much we still talk like Mike and Trent.
Yeah.
Someone said to me the other day that my persona on Oaken Bros sounds a lot like Vince Vaughn. And I get that from swingers.
Do you guys know anything about the $600 stimulus check? One thing that I would want every single viewer to know about Oaken Bros is that Michael and I are completely uneducated when it regards to politics or to
That's actually not true. We also don't talk about it either.
Yeah, but we don't talk about it. But like, I stick to my lane, and the government does what they do, and I will rely on people more educated than me in these departments to find answers.
If it were up to me, $600, the politicians can go wipe their ass with their 600.
Yeah.
Everyone should be getting $2,000. I'm sorry. It's just
a month, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm a Republican or a Democrat, but I don't know anything about the $600 stimulus checks. All I know is that's pittance money for people, considering we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Right.
Again, just our opinion on everyone should be getting much more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really know anything more about that. So I am no expert on government affairs or anything to that matter. We just want to have fun here.
Yeah. Politics free zone.
Yes. We made that decision, and it's a very freeing decision. Where we're like, we're just not going to discuss it. And I learned that from the website The Chive.
It's exhausting to talk politics because you're trying to make one side happy, and then the other side gets pissed, and then you try to make that side happy, and then they get pissed. Chad says I'm the Switzerland of politics. Yes, I try to keep a very neutral flag. I mean, it's actually easier than you think to not.
Well, what does Wallace Waddle say? No government can bring you down.
No government has control over you in your life. You have your own control, no matter where you live. And I believe that. I really do believe that.
Just wondering if people have been receiving it or just delayed. Nothing political.
Gotcha. I haven't heard of anyone getting it, to be honest. Yeah. I've heard 2 people getting.
I think my mother-in-law got it.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not 100, or maybe that was the old check. It took her a long time to get the other check, but
I haven't heard of anyone getting the PPP either.
I've seen people on groups here and there. It's still a shit show regarding that.
Jesse says political views are bad for business. I agree 100%.
Yes.
And our industry, the limo industry, they're very vocal politically.
Yeah. So Sin just
got great, Sin. That's good. Sin, if you don't mind me asking, was it 600 or 2,000? Because every day it changes.
I think Biden's. I don't want to go there.
No. But I'm asking Sin. I don't know. I don't care about. I don't want to bring up Biden here, but I want to know from Sin. Was it 600 or $2,000? Where you going, bros? Cracking your window?
It's stuffy, like freezing outside, so it makes the heat kick on.
Right. Are you cold or are you hot?
I'm starting to sweat.
Oh, really? Yeah. It was 600 each, man. All right.
Don't.
Better than nothing.
Don't go there.
I'm not. Better than nothing. I hope you use it well.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I was just going to say something and then I got distracted.
I don't know.
This weekend, Super Bowl weekend, going back to business now, This is always one of my favorite weekends of the year.
And it's always one of our busiest weekends.
That's where I was going
And
with it.
yeah,
In Vegas, in LA, in Miami,
or
if it's
whatever city it's located in,
right.
it's a huge event for us, and we always have so many clients and you know, people who like the Super Bowl, and we're driving all these really interesting corporations and people, and not a lot of people went this year.
We had cars.
We
I'm
had
surprised actually.
Yeah, we had what we had. It was definitely probably 10% of what it
Yeah.
usually is,
Yeah.
which, just sucks.
Yeah.
There's no two ways around it, but at least we had that.
You gotta
There
be grateful for it.
there were plenty of events that happened that were scaled down or went fully virtual. So at least we had what we had. So it's definitely amping up.
Yeah. Yeah, but and then
Very, very slow roll amp up.
who would have thought back in March would be like, Super Bowl is gonna be dead this year. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
better like
Carolyn.
hey, Carolyn. Jesse said that they sent him $600 for himself, 600 for his wife, and 600 for his kid. So I'm not good at math. It's 12, $1,800 for a family of 3.
For a year.
Yeah. Congratulations. You now have food on your table. Well, whatever.
It's all good.
Whatever. Did you watch any movies this weekend, Eric?
I
I watched a movie.
I watched WandaVision on Friday.
Oh my God. We binge watched it again. I watched it over.
I watched WandaVision, which I
What'd you
thought
think?
was so much fun. I think Marvel, no one does it like Marvel, and they're setting the seeds now,
For 10
planting the seeds now for the next 10 years
Yep.
of just an epic show and an epic timeline where they're setting the seeds for parallel universes to introduce some amazing characters and amazing crossovers.
I agree. I did every week WandaVision, and then my kids are like, we're interested. And then Sunday came and we binge watch it right before the Super Bowl. And Kayla was like, oh my God, fanboyed so hard for me. I don't want to spoil it for anyone out there.
I
but
think everyone's probably seen it at this point.
whatever, man. The X-Men crossover is going to be lit. They're going to bring in Deadpool. They're going to bring in Magneto, and it's going to be with the Scarlet Witch and Vision. And we're going to be
you're not even going to miss Iron Man.
No.
You're not even going to miss him because there's going to be
that was done.
The first I was watching this on TikTok. The first Wolverine first came on in Wolverine versus Hulk. So they're saying that they're going to make a Wolverine Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Which that's going to be the reintroduction
to X-Men
of Wolverine, because obviously Hugh Jackman is not coming back.
Correct.
So I think that this whole Doctor Strange, WandaVision, alternate reality universe type thing is going to bring in a new Wolverine from another dimension.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad you said that. I hope you can timestamp that, so when it does happen,
Yeah, it's pretty...
I love Marvel. I said it yesterday. They are light years ahead of the rest. They know exactly what they're doing.
Patient.
I know.
Like none of the other DC and I like them, don't get me wrong, but they wouldn't have had those first 2 episodes of WandaVision where you didn't know what the hell was going on, and you're like, how do I give this a chance?
Right.
Am I supposed to shut this off? What is happening here?
Right.
And then it just slowly unravels.
Spoiler alert, she's holding an entire town hostage. Oh my God.
And then there's got to be some type of explosion that happens at the end that is going to reshape time.
Universe. Yeah, 100%.
It's going to reshape things.
But bro, what do you think about Paul Bettany as Vision when he said, I don't know who I am? I'm getting the chills now.
I think they're so underrated as actors. Elizabeth Olsen wasn't anybody but Scarlet. She wasn't anybody but Wanda.
Yes.
And it was just
you weren't watching Elizabeth Olsen.
She is a ridiculous actor. Paul Bettany, it's like you believe they are who they are. It was flawless execution. Do you know that's costing them $25 million an episode to produce WandaVision?
100%.
$25 million.
I thought it was going to be more, to be honest. I thought it was going to be more. I mean, the quality of those shows they rival.
They're movie. It's a movie that's done in 3 parts.
Yes, and I am first in line for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I
Oh,
that
it's gonna,
oh my
what is
god.
that gonna tie in together with?
They're the Avengers, right? I'm getting the chills. They're the Avengers, right? And that's gonna tie into what's happening, and then you have Loki, who has the Tesseract. I mean, I'm a nerd when it comes to this shit
Yeah.
because it's DC makes movies. DC makes a movie.
Hold on, your pronunciation of Wolverine is really throwing me for a loop. How am I supposed to
Wolverine? It's Wolverine. Like, kinda like
how am I saying it? Wolverine.
Wolverine,
Must be a Long Island, New York thing. I don't know.
Long Island. But what they're doing by like DC just throws in Superman. Here's a 2-hour Superman movie. Shazam. Here's a 2-hour Shazam movie.
You see, Sin, their shows might be better, end up being better than the next phase of movies. I think that it's just setting up things for the next movies. It's setting up the Eternals. It's setting up all of this stuff that is just going to make it delicious.
I think it's going to all focus around Strange's multitude of the multitude of madness, the
Yes.
multiverse of madness.
That's going to be the flip.
Right.
That's going to be the big flip. This is going to be like the start of it, and then that's going to be the ultimate flip. And
Right.
and it's got to be that whatever happens on WandaVision is
Right.
going to go right into what happens with
Correct.
Doctor Strange.
You can't watch Doctor Strange 2 without watching the entire first series.
Speaking of which, I bet you anything that he's going to end up being on this show. He has to be. He has to be called to action here to try and control things.
He's the only one that can.
Yeah, he's
Right?
got to be coming.
Dude, that's brilliant. No one can penetrate the hex.
No.
Right? No one could get in there and stop her from getting to the town. I mean, if Vision knows the truth, he could probably stop her.
Right.
She's the most powerful Avenger. She was the only one that could have killed Thanos. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think it's because in the shows they're incorporating the older, more established characters, which are fan favorites. They're going to start introducing newer people into these shows, and then by the time you get to the movies, you're going to feel like you know them already.
Bro, did you watch the whiteboard when Rambo was talking and the number 4 was there, and that's the Fantastic Four logo saying
they still have yet to make the Fantastic Four work.
Well,
they're going to now.
Oh, Disney?
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
And they said that whatever explosion is going to happen at the end of this is going to create the Fantastic Four.
Well, no, I think they exist.
I don't think so.
When she said, I know an engineer.
Yeah, but I don't think he's that guy yet.
Interesting. Chaz just called us nerds. Chaz, I thought your family was into Marvel too. I thought you guys were mess. Now, what Kevin Feige is doing with Marvel on Disney Plus, Jon Favreau is doing to Star Wars, and Dave Filoni is doing to Star Wars on Disney Plus, and they're doing also a cohesive universe. I heard that Sebastian Stan, who plays the Winter Soldier, is going to start playing Luke Skywalker in Luke's completely own spin-off series, which they have to do it.
Yes.
They 100% have to have Luke's, like, because hold on.
Did you pick up that quip about Captain Marvel? Yeah, the way she would have beaten Thanos. Scarlet Witch is the only one that came close, and she could have done it.
Yeah, and did she roll her eyes when she said Captain Marvel? Was it like a Captain Marvel? It's like, oh my god, like one of those.
I don't know. I didn't catch that.
Was Rambo in Captain Marvel?
Possibly.
Or was it the mom?
I think it was the mom.
It was the mom, right? Who was in Captain Marvel. See,
yes.
that movie I despised. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
And like, you watch Marvel movies because they're fun.
Yes. I really hope they don't.
I think this is setting up. This is phase 1. This is Iron Man 1. This WandaVision.
100%. Chaz says Tristan, his 16-year-old son sounds just like you. Yeah. But like the storytelling of this, it's so
as a child. But yes, I remember that. Remember, she goes and she visits them.
Captain Marvel?
Yes, Captain Marvel goes and visits them, and there was it was the mom and the daughter in a house.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and that was the Rambo family.
Yes.
Amazing. Photon.
Yes. Oh, and then also I saw a TikTok. There was in Spider-Man, the principal was a character from one of the Captain Marvel movies. No, not from from one of the Captain America movies. He was a soldier,
right,
back in the 50s with Captain America, and then you can see that he had a picture of himself as a soldier,
right,
but he was he was Peter Parker's principal. So
Really?
there's so much shit going on here that's
Really?
like they're intertwining it like comic books, and
Right.
it's just beyond brilliant. I will say I enjoy what DC Comics is doing and what Warner Brothers is doing. Like they're just
Standalones. They're
they're
not
just they're
making
standalones and they work and they're just good stories and they hire the best actor to do the good to be in the best story.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here, bro. They were gonna create a cohesive monster universe at Universal. And did you watch The Invisible Man, by the way?
Yes. Yes.
Did you love it?
I thought it was fine.
It was a good movie, right?
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Do you feel that they're gonna create a cohesive by
Later.
Sin later? Do you feel that the same thing with Shazam, which I loved Shazam, but to me it was a one and done. When Avengers Infinity War is on, I'll watch it every time it's on. When Iron Man is on,
I watched Shazam twice.
but that's my point is that why can't you and I talk about Shazam and Black Adam and
I don't know.
Batman and Superman?
feel like they just don't have their shit together with their storytelling. Things just keep changing. They're not patient enough.
The only one who had his shit together was Christopher Nolan when he did the Dark Knight trilogy. He was
Yeah.
the only one that had a cohesive universe, and
Mhm.
it was a trilogy, and it was done,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
They brought in Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and although I thought that was a great movie, I know you didn't like it, did you?
It's not that I
Sure.
didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was kind of boring.
Right, right. I love Joker.
I thought it was kind of boring. I thought it was don't get me wrong, it was great. It was a good movie. I just didn't, I when it's on, I'm just like, "Oh, what part is this on now?"
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
disagree,
it's a
Sharon.
boring movie.
Oh, I disagree. You heard what Quentin Tarantino said about Joker.
Yeah, he's like, "Why did he kill?"
Murray Franklin, he wasn't a villain.
Right. Well, I think that was just the point of that the Joker has no humanity.
I would like to see Quentin Tarantino do a comic book movie. And you know what's also a really good universe that I'm really excited for? The Split universe. Glass. Yes. Yes.
Listen,
If anyone else movies.
if anyone else has anything else they'd like to talk about, bring it up.
I
We're all ears.
brought about how Tampa Bay is the greatest football team on planet Earth. Everyone's like, no, they're not. KC's better, but they still lost. Chaz called us stupid. And so
Tom, if anyone has some other stuff that they want to talk about, but
ask us anything.
I know it's a comic book you need to read. Department of Truth, amazing new comic about conspiracy theories that can be easily adapted to a show.
I like that.
I'll check it out.
Department of Truth.
Conspiracy theories exhaust me.
No, they don't. They're amazing.
No, they exhaust me.
Life is a conspiracy theory, bro.
Oh, I can't take that.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know. It's just exhausting trying to prove something that you can't prove. And
My favorite.
I can't focus on it.
My favorite conspiracy theory. Favorite conspiracy theory of all time. Don't believe in it, but it's just the greatest conspiracy theory. Flat Earth. Oh my god, this shit is like chocolate pudding with extra whipped cream.
Right.
It really like can you imagine we're living on a flat Earth and it's all a lie, right? Can you imagine it's all a lie and like the Earth or water finds its level and all those pictures in the space were really just on fish lens cameras?
That's
and
what I'm saying.
it's a lie.
It's just too exhausting. I don't care.
I know. But listen, as a writer, and I want to say this to everyone out in Oaken Roseland, every writer is a conspiracy theorist. Every writer, when you're writing a fictional story, you're creating your own universe. You're creating your own, rules in that universe. That's what Monsterland is. It's just about a conspiracy theory that monsters are real and they built a theme park with it. And the government was behind the whole thing. I love this shit.
Yeah, no, I mean
you're telling me JFK? You tell me JFK wasn't one of the greatest movies ever made by Oliver Stone?
It was amazing.
So do you think Lee Harvey was the only gunman, or do you think that the government, there was a massive cover up and it was Cuba involved in the mafia and all those people died afterwards because they knew who actually killed JFK?
I don't care.
Bro.
I think it's a great movie. I thought it was fun, but I'm not going to sit and do research on it. That's what I'm saying. These conspiracy theories are exhausting. I mean, could you consider the afterlife to be a conspiracy theory?
That's my point. That's what I just said. Life is a conspiracy theory.
Right.
Right. No one knows. You have half the people saying, nope, birth to death. And you have the other half people saying, no, your soul exists beyond. Sharon wants us to change subjects, and it's about flat Earth.
It's very cool. We got Mike. You have to check that out. Department of
What?
Truth.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's fucking deep. It's, yo, I don't. This guy, I don't condone him. I don't like what he does. He made some really nasty anti-Semite videos, but he has some really interesting flat Earth videos. And when I was doing research for Monsterland about conspiracy theories, I went down this rabbit hole of flat Earth, and like everything this guy says, you just believe. His name is Eric Dubay, and when he talks about these videos about that the Earth is flat and water finds its level, and that the sun and the Earth are orbiting like a Zen symbol. It's just, it was genius. I'm like, who came up with this shit, right? No, but
don't know.
whatever the case, Sharon says you need to get in shape. Time for Stepmaster again. Sharon, yeah, we need to get in shape. Get on the Stairmaster. I'm waiting until I get inoculated to start working out again. That's
excuses.
Someday I'll work out.
The road to somewhere leads to nowhere.
Someday.
The road to someday leads to nowhere. Yeah, I would like to start working out.
No, not you, me. I know. Both.
I would like to start working out. But it's who wants to work out?
Especially when it's,
you know what I mean? Outside. It's like so cold outside.
The comment I make,
cold.
Bros, the comment I make when Sharon and I are driving with the kids and it's like freezing cold out, or it's pouring rain outside, and you see someone yogging. I'm not calling it jogging. You see someone yogging in the pouring rain or the freezing cold. I say to Sharon every single time I turn to her, I go, I don't care how thin and healthy I want to be. I would never run in this weather. Ever. I don't care how addicting it is. Right? Are there runners out there in Oaken Bros land? Does anyone out there run?
Vinny runs. I saw this this thing where apparently a guy was a Chinese man was 150 years old, or an Asian man was 150 years old, and he says, "What is the key to living that long?"
Running in cold weather, right?
No. He said, sleep like a dog, walk like a turtle, and eat like something else. But it was just and like it's all about just sitting still and doing nothing. So like if you want to live a long life, according to this guy who apparently lived 150 years, you have to sit and do nothing.
Really?
Yes. And I've heard and read that before, that any type of exercise or any type of undue stress that you put on your body ages you. So if you're just going to kind of be a solid, just a stationary type person that eats well, apparently that's how you live a long time.
So I have two things to mention. Garrow on my feed said that's the best time to run in cold weather. Good for you, Garrow. I commend you for doing that. I just would never do that. Bob Levine says I walk 4 to 5 miles every day unless there's ice on the sidewalks. Awesome. I think walking is a great exercise. I do like lifting weights, but I was sitting on the couch yesterday and I turned to Sharon and the kids. I'm like, Tom Brady and I are 43 years old. And like, I'm sitting on the couch and all I want is like chocolate Rice Krispie treats. And here's this man, 43 years old, winning Super Bowls and just being a superhuman, among the football players. I'm like, I guess that's just the winning mentality, that I just don't have when it comes to, maybe books, maybe I'm the Tom Brady of books. Right. But Jesus, I had absolutely no energy.
You see, my grandmother is 102 and spent her life sitting around, zero stress.
Wow.
I'm telling you, there's something to it.
Really? Yes. Carolyn, what's her diet like? Seriously. And if you don't want to mention it, you don't have to, but I'd be really curious to know, is she a vegetarian? Does she eat a lot of meat?
Is it bacon and eggs?
Is it bacon and eggs every day? Our aunt, Marilyn, her father, Sam, lived till he was in his 90s, I think, or late 80s, early 90s, whatever, had his wits, had everything, died peacefully in his sleep. The man ate bacon and eggs every single day.
And steak and a potato for dinner.
Which is technically,
that just goes back to what our grandfather said. And I live by this. It's, if you got years, you got years. I don't think no matter what you're going to do, when your number's up, your number's up.
That's very true. Garrow says he's 43 also, with a laughing. Yes. Half of our life is over. What's up, Lenore?
I can hardly wait until it's warm enough for me to go take my early morning walks. I don't do winter well, and the lockdowns have made it worse. There's no gym, yoga studios. Yeah, definitely during the summertime, I feel more active and I want to go and, go for a walk or go play golf or, just be outside. But yeah, no, I think this month I looked at my phone and I'm averaging like 2,600 steps a day or something like that. It's abysmal.
Yeah. I love swimming in my pool, but swimming to me in my definition is like laying on a lazy river, like a raft and just not doing anything.
I mean, to be honest, whoever Facebook user said this, we do live forever.
You do
So
live forever, right? Your body dies, but your soul lives forever. If we want to get into the spiritual aspect of things,
moon landings, were they faked?
110%.
I don't know. They're fun.
Do the research.
They're fun to watch. That much
I'm telling you, do the research. It was filmed by Stanley Kubrick on a stage in Hollywood. What did the Chili Peppers say, bro? Space may be the final frontier, but it was made in a Hollywood basement. I'm telling you, this is.
It's just exhausting.
It's not exhausting. You're exhausting. Conspiracy theories are amazing. But yeah, no, you know what I do like playing for activity? Love playing golf, walking and playing golf. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love every minute of it.
I like it.
Taking a 2.5 mile walk.
Okay, hold on.
Talk to me.
She always said no butter, only olive oil, loved coffee. She grew up in Egypt and they moved to Canada in 1962 when all the Christians left. Interesting.
Very nice. No butter, only olive oil, loved coffee. I'm writing that.
Telling you, if you got years, you got years.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. Yeah. Right? You were having like a little crisis regarding what you were eating because you have books telling you that you shouldn't eat it, but you feel good eating it. So what are you supposed to do?
Well, yeah, I spoke to someone about this because I was having a real big issue with it that, I'm reading the book saying everyone's saying keto is the only way it's going to, reduce fat and heal disease.
Right.
And then you have the vegan saying only vegetables, you have to eat soy and broccoli. And then you have the carnivore saying meat is the only way to live long and healthy and prosperous. And I started getting allergy testing and I'm not allergic to wheat and I'm not allergic to potatoes or corn, but I was allergic to broccoli and soy. I was allergic to dairy. So I cut out broccoli, soy, and dairy and I'm eating, call it a balanced diet of, sourdough bread once in a while, some potato once in a while. Like I'm not eating buckets and buckets of shit, but still there's a, Garrow says small portions are key. I can't eat small portions. I'm just putting that out there right now. I want to eat. Like put 10 pounds of food in front of me and like, let me eat and I'm done. That's it.
You're never quite done.
I mean, you like small portions? You eat like a little birdie, bro?
No,
I throwing stones. You throwing stones?
Saying.
When we used to go out for dinner, you could polish off a Luger steak by yourself without even breaking a sweat.
I mean, of course.
That was your rigatoni alla vodka. What was it? Shrimp bistro pasta day?
Shrimp bistro pasta
at the Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory with cheesecake at the end, and with like the Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak rolls. That was a Grand Lux.
Wherever it was, kind of just all molded into one place for me. Have the schnitzel with mashed potatoes and it's all that.
What? It's calories.
I don't know why I'm 280.
You believe in calories in, calories out?
Yeah.
You do believe in calories in, calories out.
I think the quality of the calorie matters.
Right.
I think that if you're going to have 1,000 calories of sweet potato, you're going to be okay. But if you're going to eat 1,000 calories of a Snicker bar, you're going to be less healthy. So I think the quality of the calories matter. But generally speaking, if you're going to eat 1,000 calories of Snickers a day, you'll end up losing weight. You may not be healthy.
But hang on, a calorie is a calorie, right? It's what everyone's saying.
Yeah, but you may not be healthy. If you're only worried about weight regulation, then yes, calories matter. But if you're worried about overall health, then I think what calories you eat matter.
Right.
And I think generally speaking, if you stick to a moderate down the middle diet where you have a little bit of meat, a little bit of veg, a little bit of fruit, and a little bit of everything else, generally you should be okay. I think that if you are an overweight person, which I was, yes, you will need to do something drastic to cut the weight. And usually in my experience, doing keto or carnivore is good because you get so satiated eating fatty foods. So use it as a tool, drop the weight that you want to lose, stabilize.
And then eat whatever you want.
And then, not eat whatever you want, but then, go to the diet where you just eat nice and healthy. For breakfast, you have some eggs with some grilled chicken. And then for, lunch, if you're hungry, you eat a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And then dinner, you have a sensible dinner. And that's basically the way that now I'm regulating, because I was always terrified of starting to eat carbs again because I I was, just terrified of gaining weight back. And to me, carbs were the absolute enemy. Until I learned that, I'm at my weight now because it's just stable. So that's my opinion on diet. And of course, I'm not a doctor or anything.
Bob Levine says Tom Brady TB12 is a vegan. I don't believe it.
I know. I read an article. He's not. I googled that yesterday while the game was going on. He's not. He eats balanced. He eats more veggies than anything, and more fruit than anything. But
He had pizza. He said it on one of the Nickelodeon shows where he goes, just 2 weeks ago, I had pizza, and it wasn't a vegan pizza, right?
He did say something to the effect of, he's like, if I want bacon, I'll have a piece. Like, who has a piece of bacon?
Believe me, Tom Brady's 6'4". He's not. It's
only Tom Brady.
I got to tell you, one of our family members, we had Thanksgiving with them. It was on Sharon's side, and hardcore vegan.
I have what I want to talk about next.
All right, hardcore vegan. And, we made it very comfortable for them to make sure that, there was vegan food. She goes, I eat butter and cheese all the time. So then you're not vegan. She goes, it's just too hard to even say. So I just tell people I'm a vegan, but it's really not. It's, maybe Vegan Gains is 110% vegan. Maybe Dr. William Davis is 100%, 110%. I will never touch wheat for the rest of my life. But then there's the rest of us who are like, go ahead. I see you smirking there, broser.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about was Elon Musk. And whenever I send you something regarding Elon Musk, you're like, Elon Musk is full of shit.
Every time.
And I think it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm suspicious of successful people who say that they work so hard that
24 hours,
that they don't sleep, and they're sleeping in the office. Like, Elon Musk is not sleeping in the gigabit factory that he has. Like, he's Elon Musk, and everybody needs to sleep. I don't care who you are. Everybody needs to go sit down on the couch in their underwear and watch TV for 4 hours. I'm not buying the fact that Mark Cuban, every video that his daughter is doing with him, in the background, he's in gym shorts and a t-shirt, and he's in the kitchen. He's just chilling.
Everyone is feeding everyone a load of shit.
Yes.
And it's up to the people whether they want to believe it or not. And maybe Oaken Bros are here to expose the truth. I loved it when Jim Cramer, I'm up at 3 a.m.
Our father.
Oh, the greatest example.
He never sleeps. He's
up at 3 a.m. every day. Our father was up at 3 a.m. every day.
Napping at 10:30.
10:30. Please.
In the morning. Taking a quick snooze at the desk.
Please.
All those guys who say they don't sleep. All I know is when I go and fly and I'm on, we're doing an LA trip and it takes 3 days, I'm out of commission for 5 days afterwards. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me to take out the garbage. I'm done. I'm done and I'm exhausted. Leave me alone.
100%. 100%. Sharon just said it's all a shtick.
Yes.
It's all a shtick. It's all fake. Listen, I'm sure there are road warriors out there. Guys that operate on 2-3 hours of sleep and they're working their ass off. It's not Elon Musk. And I think Elon Musk is a brilliant man.
He's way smarter.
Way smarter than us.
He's incredibly smart, and he's incredibly powerful and driven.
All this shit that Dan Pena says. And I tried getting Dan Pena on the podcast. You have to work 24 hours a day if you want to be successful. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not even freaking close. Not even close. Hey, I'm a published author, right? Do you know what I did? I sat on my ass on the couch and I wrote a book. It was work.
You know how I got 2 million followers on TikTok?
Sat in front of your goddamn computer on your phone. This whole thing, you gotta work and you gotta grind it out like those guys, like the billionaires are telling you. Right, as they say it from there. Elon Musk, I saw, I think it was on TikTok. He was out for dinner at Boa Steakhouse with some little dude. I don't know who the hell it was. His neighbor, his cousin, his son. I don't know.
He was going back to the factory afterwards.
Right. 8 o'clock at night. He was done. He didn't want to sign any autographs, and he drove off in his brand new Tesla.
Nobody should work the way I work. It's not healthy. Okay. It's not healthy.
Okay, as he's talking from his pad and with Kanye West. STFU, man. Give me a break. I work. Everybody works. Let me ask you something. What you and I do in this podcast, do you consider it work?
No.
So I guess Joe Rogan's not working? I don't consider it work, but it's
No.
work.
No.
It's work what we're doing.
Sure.
We're
Yep.
building an audience. We're building a brand. We're building a
Yes.
theme and a lifestyle for people. And we're trying to help people. But to me, this is not work.
Right.
Don't call me at 2 p.m. on Mondays. I'm working. No, I have a show with my brother.
I think that's definitely the key.
I agree. Tom Brady, Tom Brady works. Tom Brady works. But if you ask him, it probably doesn't feel like work to him.
That's right. Him being out on that field yesterday was not him clocking in his 9 to 5.
That's exactly right. I'll never forget. I went to see Conan O'Brien. It was long time ago. I got tickets with a friend and went to see Conan O'Brien. He's on for 5 minutes. He's doing, Conan O'Brien says this and Conan O'Brien says that. And then it's off. And then doing commercials and Conan O'Brien's sitting on stage like this. And then 10 minutes later, he's getting on going, oh, Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is on. Willem Dafoe, you're in the new Spider-Man movie. Blah, 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 blah. And they're talking, and then it's done. He's just walking around the table like this. And then the next guest comes on, and then the band comes on, and the show's over. It was an hour show.
Well, I'm sure there's a decent amount of prep work involved in doing that.
Sure. Lot of prep work. Lot of prep work. That's exactly right, Mom. Bob Levine just said the same thing.
That's right.
But this whole notion what Elon Musk says, you have to work 24 hours a day to get what you want, it's baloney. I don't buy it.
I mean, he's the richest man in the world.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe he's not lying.
I don't buy it.
But you think he's full of shit.
What did I tell you on every Elon Musk text message you send me? Elon Musk is full of shit. Elon Musk once said, if you want to die in a car, you want to die in a Tesla. He's in front of his keynote at one of the factories. And he's going, afterwards. I'm like, this is the richest man in the world talking. We all say stupid shit, but if you're a billionaire and you're kind of like in the spotlight, shouldn't you have a little more shouldn't you be scripted?
Listen, we've all said, it's hard getting up there and talking on this show. Sometimes we'll say something and I'm like, whoops, I'll go edit that later.
It is what it is. I'm just saying, all those guys sleep in your office, Sure.
I like it.
That was really funny what you said.
What?
No, just that you want to bring it up.
Yeah,
gotta work.
I've been meaning to bring that up.
Yeah.
So
you know what I said when you said that? Like the mechanics at the Ford shop, like they work. They're on their feet all day long. Teachers work, right? Wrangling those kids.
I couldn't do it.
No,
I couldn't do it. Nope. Especially preschool teachers. God bless them.
Any teacher, Eric. Any teacher. Can you imagine dealing with testosterone-fueled boys at 12 years old? Dealing with them, mouthing off and forget it. Teachers are unbelievable. Teachers, police officers.
This was Dad's biggest lesson. He says the trick is to learn how to make money without working.
Yeah. Eric, I got someone on my feed saying Jason wants to know, do you take limo industry questions? I mean,
yes.
That's what we're here for.
Shoot, man. Come on. Bring it on.
That's our bait. That's our first love, the limo industry.
Yeah. Right? Hell yeah. Bring it on.
Whatever's left of it. Whatever's left of our
no, we can't tell the future.
Oh, yes, we can. Definitely tell the future. Everyone's going to be out of business but BLS.
Yes.
Bob's leaving. Yeah, I have to go back to not working.
I like that. So, well, we're getting some limo questions. If we don't get any, we'll wrap it up. But I'm trying out some new content for LinkedIn.
How many followers you at now?
On LinkedIn? Like it's around 10,000. It kind of stagnated.
2 weeks, 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
Why isn't everyone on LinkedIn?
I don't know. What pisses me off about the other platform.
Yeah, Sharon just said, and sorry, but his wife probably sent him to the office to sleep. Sharon said, not her, though. That's right. Sharon wants me home.
Hold on one second. How did I miss this? I was a vegetarian bodybuilder and had 3 heart attacks at 46.
What?
Are you still here, Lenore?
Lenore. That is not the first time that I've heard vegetarians getting heart attacks.
How did
you miss that, bro?
I don't know. I missed it.
Yo, there's a blog out there. If Lenore's still on, there's a blog out there by Carmine Leo. All right. And he said in the title of the blog is Food Serious as a Heart Attack. He was a lifelong vegetarian and had a massive coronary. And then he went carnivore and he started reversing the plaque. And again, we're not doctors. We're not telling him what to do. But I've heard this theme time and time and time again about vegetarians having heart attacks. I would love to hear more about this. Same thing with vegans. You know, Steve Jobs was a vegan. Adam Yauch was a vegan from the Beastie Boys. Chadwick Boseman was a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
What do they have in common?
They're all dead.
Jason Taylor says, for the mid-side operators who are not using vehicles currently such as mini coaches, and they decide to sell them, are they shooting themselves in the foot because borrowing in the future will be challenging? I can't answer that because we're not in the coach business.
We're not in the coach business, and that was by design. We never quite understood how operators make money, unless you're doing shuttle type work, in which there isn't much money to be had, because generally there's always someone willing to go cheaper. So yeah, by design, we do not own any large vehicles. So our recommendation is that I don't think it's not our comfort zone.
He's talking Gretsch or Grech. I never pronounced that name right.
Gretsch Motors.
I won't be able to answer that because we're not in the not motor coaches, but we're not into the bus business. The joke in our family, I'm going to kind of reveal something here, but anyone who got involved in buses always got in tremendous debt and eventually went out of business.
Yep.
That was always the open mantra.
Yeah, because you can go and get a shuttle business, right? And you have to go and invest a lot of money into that into those shuttles to go and get that work, and then they can cancel. And then those shuttles business was only for that one account, right? That didn't always make very much sense when you can get an SUV, right? And that SUV can do 5 airport transfers that day for 5 different accounts. So if one account dropped you, chances are there's going to be another ride that you're going to be able to fill it up with. But when you go and get vehicles that are dedicated to one singular account, very hard to make money, because the only way you're making money in this business if your wheels are rolling every day, not just on the weekends, not just 3 days a week, but it has to be 5, 6, 7 days a week that your vehicles have to be rolling. And that's very hard to do in the shuttle business. And you can put into contracts saying, oh, if it slows down, you're still going to be on the hook to pay us. Corporations aren't going to pay that. Whoever is requesting the shuttles aren't going to pay that. I think it's a very, very risky business to be in.
On top of that, I believe that when you own sedans and SUVs,
yeah, and also insurance is crazy and regulated by the DOT. They can shut you down in a second if
over a loose spark plug.
Yeah, way too risky.
Yeah, so BLS, the mantra for BLS has always been, for the bus companies, for companies that only have buses in their fleet, that's who we subcontract to. Buses, motor coaches, minivan, mini coaches, and everything. We'll subcontract them because that's not our forte. That's a whole other business model. That's not the BLS model. But anyone in the ground travel industry that has sedans, limos, and SUVs, should stick to that ground game and not incorporate buses into their fleet.
There has been successful operators that switched to a shuttle type model.
Switch and add. Bullshit. No way. You're wrong.
No. They
during the pandemic, everyone's doing really well, Eric. Come on.
No, they're not. But right. No one's doing well. But it's very risky. It's really expensive equipment, and the payments last a long time. Hell, even Gretsch isn't even making motor coaches anymore. He's making camper vans. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah, Gretsch is making camper vans now, and for road trips and stuff, which I think is cool. I've always wanted one of those things.
I would love an RV for our family.
Yeah. I've always wanted an RV. But yeah, he's not even making them anymore because he has sitting on the lot buses not doing anything, coaches not doing anything.
Anyone that we've known that's gotten into the bus industry, motor coaches, not sprinters so much, not vans, right?
Even so, sprinters are spotty as hell.
I agree with you. But anyone that we know that has gotten themselves into so much hock, they lost the race in the pandemic. They took on so much debt and they had to take on such high loans in our industry. Wasn't even worth it. They're never going to be able to climb out of this debt, taking on all this investor money.
It's much easier. You go buy a $60,000 Suburban
or $80,000
Or an
Escalade.
$80,000 Escalade, you can very easily generate $500-$600 a day in revenue at the very least for that car.
If not
For
more,
for
bro.
us, for a motor coach, very hard, and then you also need specialized drivers, specialized licensing.
Not interested.
You have to pay the drivers more.
Yep. Not our forte. It's not what BLS was born
Yeah.
on.
We'll tell you why we think it's bad. I would love to talk to somebody why they think it's good.
Yeah, I agree.
But, but it's also, much easier to downsize. If you owe $20,000 in an SUV that's 2 years old, you can probably sell it and break even. Not gonna happen on a bus that you have a 6 or a 7-year loan on.
Jason says he said interesting. But yeah, no, we for the people that are in the bus business, that their entire business is motor coaches, that's great. That's
Whatchamacallit, Golden Touch went out of business in New York City.
Yeah, you're right.
They had all the airlines. Those rates were rock bottom.
He says, yeah, right. I just see a lot of people selling equipment. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a pandemic.
You have to.
I don't see buses coming back anytime soon. I don't see it coming. I mean, we're not doing any bus or Sprinter business at all.
No.
Zero.
No. We had a few gigs early on.
Yeah, but now how many people are getting into, 4 or 5 people in one car? Never happened.
No.
That's not the name of the game.
Everybody wants to travel alone now.
But
anything else?
Just back to his question, for the mid-size operators who are not using vehicles currently, such as mini coaches, and they decide to sell them, are they shooting themselves in the foot because borrowing in the future will be challenging?
How long can you hold on to that car for without income? That's the question you have to ask yourself, and nobody can answer that.
Exactly.
We've always had a much easier time filling SUVs or sedans.
And even then, it was, during the pandemic, it was hard. It was challenging. We still have business, but I couldn't imagine if we had a fleet of Sprinters at this point. Anyway.
What's up, Neil?
What's up, Neil?
Found you in the chat via the drinker. We had a few chats in the comments about Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Oh, you were on that list, right?
Yeah.
What did he say? Was he torturing us? Or no, that was somebody else.
I don't know. But yeah, borrowing is going to get tough for everyone and everything. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Banks are useless.
Yes, they are.
Banks are absolutely.
But I think with that,
oh my God, we're at the hour? I thought we were on for 10 minutes.
No. I think with that.
Hold on 1 second. I want to finish up Jason's things. I question if lenders will issue loans when market turns around. Not likely.
It's going to be, you're going to have to prove that you can sustain the loan.
This is a question for you and me, Eric, and Mom, if Mom's listening still. With most sedans no longer being made, what will the go-to sedan be for BLS?
We're already there. I'll answer that. We're already there. We've been planning on this for a while.
We saw the writing on the wall with electric vehicles.
Yeah, we saw the writing on the wall for a long time ago. So we have 3 sedans that we're currently running. We're running the Mercedes E-Class, which is an absolute workhorse.
And it replaced the Lincoln Town Car.
It's a great car and very few issues. We are also running the Jaguar XF. Same thing, great car, no complaints, roomy back seat, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Mercedes E-Class. And then we're also running the Tesla Model 3,
which I believe is going to be eventually the main car for.
They're all going to be. It has to get a little bit bigger.
Did you see the ad? Did you see the ad yesterday from GM?
No.
GM said in another 3 years they're going to have 30 more electric vehicles on the road.
Good. I mean, the day that they're going to come out with an Escalade with a big ass battery is the day that the industry will be changed forever.
100%.
They're going to come out with a battery that can go 500 miles on a single charge.
100%. But
all of us are going to be installing superchargers at our offices, and we're going to be good to go.
Interesting though. Sharon posed a very important question. She said, she's like, how are you going to be able to charge when you're going on long distance rides? So if you're going New York,
there are superchargers. You can go and you can stop for 20 minutes and charge another 200 miles.
Gas up is 5 minutes. So you're going to stop and charge for 20?
Bro. Technology is going to improve it upon itself, and it's going to be a 5-minute charge.
Yeah.
You can buy now a charger. It's like $50,000. You can go and buy a supercharger where it charges 200 miles in a half an hour.
Right. Sharon says, what if the power's out?
That's what gas generators are for, Sharon. And solar
So
panels.
I guess we still need gas generators
I
then.
think you still need gas, but the writing's on the wall. We're
Yeah,
gonna
100%.
if the future is 100% going to be electric vehicles, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So get on with it. But yeah, no, those are our 3 sedans that we're running. No complaints. The Model 3, little small in the back. If you're a big person, may have some complaints. Also, because since the battery's in the bottom of the car, when you sit, and if you're a tall person with long legs, it's usually when you get into the back seat of a car, it goes down. It's like flat in the Model 3.
You remember hybrid? Remember the hybrid vehicles?
Yeah, they made a lot of sense. Just terrible cars.
No, they were fine. They were fine. I like the hybrid Yukon. You remember that?
Yeah.
We had a fleet of hybrid Yukons. We tried the Prius, but it was like one of these top executives said, "I feel like I'm being driven home by my dad from school."
Yeah.
You know. Let's
But
see. They're saying electric's the future, so I think that we're going to be sticking to electric cars. I think the limousine is dead, though. I don't see ever going back to a
yeah, I don't know
limousine.
how they're gonna convert a car to be an electric limo or something like that. I think that's gonna probably be too hard.
Kevin Mullane says electric vehicles are a long time away. I disagree. 100%, Kevin. I think we're closer than you think. Every car in Los Angeles, which is the second biggest market in America, is either an Uber or a Tesla. Every other car.
Or a Chevy Volt.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But my
But no, it definitely exists. But yeah.
I think it's all right. We gotta keep talking about this. Yo, Tampa Bay 2020 champions.
Everybody, we'll see you on Wednesday Wednesday night at 8:30. Thursday, we have who do we have coming out on Thursday?
Kevin Mullane says limo sprinters are the thing right now. I don't think so.
We have Peter Panagore.
That was a great
Yeah.
podcast.
Near-death experience changed my life, is our interview with him.
You got to listen to that.
So everybody, like, subscribe, please share, and we will see you all on the 5th.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We love you guys. Thank you.
Later, guys. Bye.